What's up, guys? Kelly McKay here, aka HVAC Millionaire, right here on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and leave me a comment below. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. I hope you're getting to spend time with your families. That's definitely what I wish for you. I hope that you're having a great day. Hope that you are doing what you need to do. I hope that you're not getting called out. You know, when I look back and I think back to all the different things, 26 years of Thanksgivings, I was on call for a great deal of those years. I would guess 18 of those years I was probably on call on Thanksgiving. And most of the time people are pretty forgiving and they don't have you come out that day unless it's a dire emergency. But, typically Thanksgiving was a pretty quiet day, always that, and Christmas Day was pretty quiet, even when it was cold. They actually understand that we are people, right? Those 2 days of the year, they understand that we're people and that we have families too. So today I want to talk to you about starting out. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you are just starting out. You could be 5 years into your business, 10 years into your business. You could be 6 months into your business or 1 year into your business. Or you could be thinking about starting a business next year. I'm going to tell you some of the pitfalls that we fall into that keeps us stuck at where we're at. And so number one, starting off, is we don't know what we don't know. I've talked about this multiple times before. The reality is we also have this thinking, this thought process that we can figure it out. I'm here to tell you, you're not going to figure it out. It doesn't matter if you had the information staring right in your face. You're not going to recognize the value or importance of that information because you just don't know what you don't know. You're essentially ignorant, just like I'm ignorant about skiing. I've never been skiing before, so I'm ignorant to skiing. Well, if you've never been a business owner, you're ignorant to being a business owner. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just a place where you are currently in time. It's only a snapshot in time, and it doesn't have to stay that way. One of the ways that we get stuck in that really holds us back when we decide to be a business owner, we take this risk and go ahead and go out on our own, is that we have this wage mindset. So the wage mindset versus a millionaire mindset. This is just a fraction because there's so many layers of a millionaire mindset, but the wage mindset only thinks in terms of trading time for money. So you only think that if I'm only here on a call for so long, I can only charge so much for that call, for instance. That's just one way. Another way is when it comes to learning and getting the education or the coaching or the mentoring that you need, you want to look at, okay, well, if I pay this much money, how many installs am I going to have to do? Or how many service calls will I have to run to actually earn that money back? And so you're just thinking about it the wrong way. You're not thinking about how time is far more valuable than money. Time is more valuable than money because would you rather make a little bit of money over a long period of time or a lot of money over a short period of time without doing anything that's unethical, immoral, or illegal? Of course, you're going to want to make more money over a shorter period of time. That gives you more time. It also helps you grow your business faster, so it's not you stuck doing everything. So you get to actually start taking some of the hats that you're wearing off. And when you get to take those off, you actually begin to enjoy life again. And if you're brand new to business, you're not to that point where you're not enjoying life. But if you stay there and you don't grow as a person, if you don't grow your business, your intelligence in the business, and grow as a person, if that doesn't happen, then you stay stuck. The wage mindset says that I'm trading all my time for money, and that's certainly not the case, and you don't want to get stuck in there, because if you do get stuck, there's always going to be a ceiling, and that ceiling's pretty low. It's typically from maybe 80 to 120, and I'm pushing that $120,000 a year. That's the ceiling on that. So in order to break free past that, we have to understand that we're not trading time for money. We have to have the right knowledge and do the right things in the right order in order to rapidly expand the possibility of what we're capable of earning and collecting in our business. And so that's what we help people do, for instance, in HVAC Millionaire Coaching. Just imagine if you were able to do even if you've been in business for 10 years, What if you could do in 1 month what you used to do in one whole year? If you've been in business for 5 years, for instance, and you've done, you did 150,000. Imagine doing that in 1 month. Like, it's possible for you. It's possible. And so there is such thing as what they call the law of belief. So belief is one of the things that really holds people back. It just says that whatever you think about and you begin to feel, that will eventually become your reality. So what are you telling yourself? What's your self-talk say? What are you verbally talking about? Because if it's all the struggle and everything that's wrong and how you're not, how it's just too hard, if this is what you're speaking, that's going to become your reality. So you have to stop doing that, and we can show you how to do that. That's just one little layer of the wage mindset versus a millionaire mindset. Millionaire mindset knows that time is far more valuable than money. If I can get to where I need to go a lot faster, then my life is going to get a lot easier. I'm going to be happier, more fulfilled, more inspired to get up and go to work every day. And so that's all part of the millionaire mindset. Then we're also a slave to natural human condition. And when I wrote that, I thought one of the things that happens when people get stuck or they get in an instance where they begin struggling is that they tend to go inward, so they'll literally segregate themselves, right? They'll like take themselves and they'll tell themselves this story like, I got to figure this out. But they're in a state of stress and exhaustion and worry, and that literally makes you dumber. Like, you're not going to have creative and innovative ideas when you're in that state. But that's naturally what we tend to do, is we want to get away from everybody and just think, right? But the problem is our thinking is not clear when we're in that physical state of beings. The people who thrive, anytime things get tough, they reach out to other people. They get support. They surround themselves with a support team. And so that's what you're going to want to do too. You don't want to segregate yourself. You don't want to isolate yourself and sit around and worry in fear and a state of, because eventually that's going to lead to depression, right? Another thing that I see with people starting out is they just have no courage. They have no courage to make decisions. They have no courage to move forward and go ahead and make that purchase, like buy that other vehicle or get the shop or get the lease or fire that person that's just draining your bank account, or to have the crucial conversation to drastically change and impact your business in a new positive way. Like, we just don't have the courage to do those things. And we're all guilty of this. I've been guilty of this many times. Like, a lot of times just didn't have the courage to have crucial conversations, but I also didn't have a good support team. So that's why I share this stuff with you guys, because I want you guys to develop your own support team. If you want, you could come be a part of HVAC Millionaire Coaching. We'll be your support team and help you do the hard stuff, right? To help you do the hard stuff so you can get on to that other side and life can get a lot better. And then they just have no clarity. Like, you have no idea. Some people just have no idea. Like, if you guys have never listened to Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret, I highly recommend, it's on YouTube. Just go search The Strangest Secret. I want to say it's like 35 minutes long. Listen to that. And if you don't see yourself or hear him talking to you in certain situations, then that's great. But the reality is you're going to relate to this thing. You're going to relate to what he's talking about. And the reality is we don't have clarity. We don't know what the heck we're doing. We don't know what the heck we want. So we have to stop and make sure that we understand and think about, what do you want? You can stop 9 out of 10 people on the street and say, what do you want out of life? And they're going to have no idea, or they're going to say trivial, small potatoes answers like, oh, I just want a better job. Really? That's what you want out of life? Just a better job? No, that's like off the top of your head. You've never deeply sat and thought about these things. So I hope that you'll take some time this weekend and think about what it is that you want. And if you're interested in getting what you want a lot faster, then join HMC. A week after next, I'm going to be gone, so there's not going to be any time for me to get on the phone and talk to you guys more about the program. So be sure to book a call with me next week. My Saturday is pretty full already, so thank you guys who have already reached out. I look forward to having a conversation with you to see if you're a right fit or not, and we'll go from there. So book a call with me next week because you're running out of time. I only have a couple of days where I'm actually available. So guys, happy Thanksgiving. Be sure to think about these things that we just talked about, because I want to see you succeed. I don't want to see you stuck. I don't want to see you in pain. I don't want to see you struggling to make ends meet. I don't want your family to struggle. Your mentality, your self-esteem, I don't want it to struggle, because it's the poker chip theory, right? Like if I have 100 poker chips and you have 10, and if that was my self-esteem, well, I have way more, like I'm willing to take more risks when I have high self-esteem. Well, it's because I have more poker chips to lose, right? Well, it's that way in business, and it's that way in life. To get what we want, first we need to build up our poker chips, and those poker chips are our self-esteem. Once we build those up, then we're willing to take some risks. And in those risks, you've heard the old saying, no risk, no reward. Because in those risks, and some of those risks, there's going to be lots of reward. And in order to be able to take them, you need to have the right mindset, the right mentality, and we're going to help you do that. So, guys, happy Thanksgiving. Talk to you later. Go make money. Boom.